Hello and welcome everybody to another MachoorTV video. Today we're gonna talk about something that just came up. We got some new videos from the Elena build from the Street Fighter 6 Season 3 Elena build, right? And they have actually buffed throws. Well, not throws specifically. They have buffed tech throws. You can see over here in this video, right, that Elena, the one with the lower drive meter, like the drive meter deficit, when she takes the throw, she gets meter back, right? So this is very interesting, right? You might be like, okay, this is very good, and I do agree that this is very good. Here's another example, right? Elena, the one that is about to go in burnout, right? She takes the throw over here, and what happens is she gets the meter back, right? But if I replay this back, take a look at the other Elena's meter, and you can see that she does not gain any kind of meter over here, right? So only one person will get this benefit. Only one person will get this buff. So who will get this buff? The person who techs last. If you tech first, if you grab first, the game will understand that you are the aggressor, you are the attacking character, and it will not give you this buff or this gain or this meter, this 1 bar of meter, but it will give the other person who teched last, it will give them the drive meter, right? Seems fine, right? All is good. You might think this is great, and I do agree with you that the first part of what I just said is great, that you are actually rewarding somebody who's defending. Like now, if I'm being pressured, and remember, when you are being pressured in this game, you block stuff, you lose drive meter. So when I guess correctly, which is very, very dangerous, like taking a throw in this game is very, very dangerous, because if you get shimmied, you lose 60% of your health or even more, right? So when I guess correctly, you're giving me some kind of benefits. You're actually like rewarding me for doing that, right? But this is not the full picture. The problem with this is the implementation. The implementation of them actually doing or deciding who is the defender, right? That is where the problem is. So I'm just gonna give you a solution. I'm just gonna give you an option over here, or I'm just gonna give you one example of the many examples that you are going to face in Season 3 that will show you that this is a major problem. This was a major failure by Capcom, right? So now I can actually, as a Ryu player, I can just like pressure my opponent this way, right? I can pressure my opponent this way and just spend all of the speed. I'm just doing like brainless stuff. I'm just like skipping neutral with a fireball, dry rush, heavy punch, then putting him in plus frames, and then continuing pressure. I'm spending all of my meter. And I remember when I'm doing this, I'm also chipping his drive meter. Like, look at this. Like, I've chipped like 3.5 bars so far, right? There is even more. So 4.5 bars are gone from my pressure, right? And at this point here, my turn as Ryu ends. I am -3 over here, right? -3 means that I'm not punishable. So if he presses a light punch, which is the fastest thing in this game, I will not get punished, right? So the logical thing, or the most probable thing for Ken to do over here is to either press a button, right, a light punch, to take his turn, right? Which I'm going to block, because I'm going to respect. If I am just playing respectfully, I'm not being crazy, I'm going to respect that decision. I'm going to block because I know that my turn has ended, right? And I don't want him to get a free counter hit, because if I mash in this point, if Ryu mashes in this point, he will get a counter hit, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to block. The other option is, the other logical or the most probable option is that for Ken to throw me over here, because my turn has ended and I'm in throw range, so why not throw me, right? That way he can actually get a hit even though I blocked. Just a throw, right? So the logical solution, I'm telling you this from my experience, from playing against really good players, from playing against a lot of different types of players. The logical solution, or the most solution, or a solution that actually covers the most probable options in this scenario, is for Ryu to do a delayed tech throw, right? Not an instant throw. If you do an instant throw and they go for a button over here, if Ken goes for a button, you get hit, right? And you don't want that. And if they go for a throw, you can do exactly like what the video is showing. Do a delay tech throw. Now in this scenario, Ryu is the aggressor. Ryu is the one who's attacking the entire time, and he already pushed. Look at Ken, he's already in the corner. He has 1.5 bars left. In season 3, this scenario, this exact same scenario will give Ryu another bar of dry meter. Now this is a problem. Why is this a problem? Because now you have pushed Ken through blocking only, right? You pushed him to the corner, right? And you've chipped his drive meter, right? And now in season 3, you are going to have drive meter surplus. With the game logic, when they designed this new feature or this new change, if it was working like as intended, it should have given the bar of drive meter to Ken, because Ken in this scenario is the defensive or the defending character, right? Am I right or am I wrong? He's the defending character in this case, right? So he should be getting the 1 bar. But because the developers are so lazy, and they decided to put the simplest parameter, right, for deciding who's actually defending in this scenario, they made it that the defender is the person who takes the last. And in this case, Ryu is the person who takes last, so he will get the meter. So now you as a defending character, as Ken in the scenario, you're getting the double whammy. You're actually getting pushed to the corner. You are losing all of your meter, right? And when you guess correctly, which we already stated that is very risky in this game, on throw, you guess correctly, you don't get anything, but in fact, you benefit the aggressor. So then, now he can just pressure you again, put you in burnout or whatever, and you're just gone. You're just gone. So you get what I mean, right? You get what do you see the problem with this? You see, I have actually posted a video on Twitter like 6 hours ago or something, and it's like going viral right now. It's like maybe 100,000 people have seen that video. So, and everybody is discussing this because this is a problem, because this can be a major issue. Now, look at this. Look at this. And because now that I've conditioned you, now that I know that, or not even conditioning, because this could be something that's very powerful, that people just decide to like not take their turn afterwards, like after being -3, in this case in throw range, they're not gonna take, Ken is not gonna take his turn, or Ken is not gonna throw me, because I know, he knows that if I do a delay tech throw, I'm actually benefiting a lot more than him, right? So he's not gonna do that. And then afterwards, what I can do is, I can just steal his turn. I can just do this, and then I can just steal his turn. So after I hit him with this, look at this. Let's bring this back. If I do the exact same block string, right? What will happen is, after I'm -3 over here, which I'm supposed to respect him, I'm supposed to just end my turn over here and then just like block, right? Or do a delay tech throw. But because I know that he's already conditioned to this, he already knows this, without even conditioning, he just knows that if I do a delay tech throw over here, I'm gonna gain a lot. So he's gonna wait, whether he's gonna walk back, whether he's just gonna hold down block, right? He's just gonna wait. So what I can do is, I can continue my pressure. I can steal his turn, and I can just continue my pressure. And this just makes the game random, even more than what it is. Even like the game is already very chaotic, and they just looked at it and were like, how can we make this game even more chaotic? I don't understand this. Is this a buff for defense, or is this a buff for offense? I don't get it. I made a video, and as I said, like everybody is discussing this, and it seems like some people, they don't understand what's actually happening over here. They'll be like, look, there are counters to this. I know there are counters to this. I know that there are counters to this, right? Everything in this game has counters, but you don't know what the opponent is gonna use. You don't know what the opponent is gonna do, right? So now you're adding like another layer of guessing when we have been complaining about the amount of guessing in this game. You're adding another layer of guessing, extra guessing in this game when we don't need it. We're actually requesting you to have less guessing. Let's go back to YouTube. Let's play some footsies, for the love of God. But no, they're adding more layers to guessing, and now this might actually benefit aggressors or attackers even more. So it's just very confusing. Yes, this scenario, by the way, this is not the only one scenario. This is just one example that I'm just like giving you. There are many other scenarios that could happen that could benefit the aggressor. And remember, every single time the aggressor or the attacker gets the drive meter benefit or the drive meter gain, this system has failed. This is because this is the defensive system, and now you're actually doing the opposite of it. You're benefiting the attacker, not the defending character, right? So this is just one example, right? And I know that this example is not going to happen every single time. I'm not saying that this every single time is going to happen. At the end, this is a guess. At -3 in this range, this is a guess for both characters. But you cannot deny that this would not happen. This would never happen, because for me, and I have seen this multiple times through watching other replays or whatever, or even other characters, this does happen a lot of the time. You are -3, you are -2, you are -1, your turn ends, you are in throw range, and the opponent attempts to throw you. So what do? You do a delayed tech throw. I see this happens in almost every single match. This happens a lot of the times. You cannot deny that this will never happen. And remember, every single time this thing happens, it is a failure of Capcom, right? Now, as I said, like in the beginning, the idea itself is not bad. The idea of like rewarding the person who actually takes the throw and goes to the defensive option and takes the throw and guesses correctly on defense, you give him meter. That is not bad. That's actually good, and I'm all for it. And I'm all for it. But the problem is how the defending character is decided, how the game understands who is defending. So if you're only reliant on who takes last, this is a very simple and very shallow way of actually looking at what's happening in the game, because this is not convey or explain the reality of the situation, right? The situation over here is that Ryu is the aggressor, but because he took last, the game thinks that he's the defending. He is not defending. He's attacking. Yes, at that particular frame, he is defending because he's -3. But throughout if you look at the bigger picture, he was attacking. Now he pushed you to the corner, and you have less drive meter by just blocking because he was attacking you, right? So the solution to this, just to cut it short, the solution to this is to add more parameters to the whole idea of deciding who's attacking, who's defending, right? This is a complex game, and we all know that this is a complex game. In every single scenario, there are many solutions, or many like options that both players could go for, right? Many things could happen. So if you come and you, as a developer, as Capcom, a Street Fighter team, and you decide on a new mechanic like this in such a simple way, it just shows that you don't understand the complexity of your own game. You don't understand the complexity of your own game, or you don't understand the level where the other players have reached, right? So I'm not trying to praise myself or something. This is like almost like all ranked or master players will have suffered this scenario, or have at least experienced the scenario, right? Add more parameters, make it so that yes, you decide who's defending by the person who teched last, but that is not all. Check who press action buttons, not like in inputs like for directs, like down, up, or like back or something. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about action buttons like punch, light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, light kick, medium kick, heavy kick, grab, whatever, right? Check whoever has pressed the more of these buttons in the last 3 seconds, right? Because if you are defending, you're not gonna be mashing buttons. If you are defending, you're gonna be blocking, right? You might press a delayed button here and there, you might do an OS here and there, but you are not going to be pressing more buttons than the person who's attacking you, right? So that should be the second parameter. The third one is, look at the drive meter and of both characters, and look at the damage or the health bar of both characters, right? This should be done internally, like inside the game. The game should, this is the way the game should understand this. At least these three parameters would increase the success rate, or at least give it like a 99% of like always choosing who is the correct defender in the scenario. Because just choosing one parameter and making it who is taking last will give you a lot of errors, and this is an error. This is an error. This example that I'm giving over here, this is an error, because this is not following what the mechanic is supposed to do. The mechanic is supposed to reward defenders, but over here you are rewarding attackers. And this is one example. There are many other examples that you are going to face, and I guarantee you this. And every time you face a scenario like this, you'll be like, damn, he was correct. You're gonna remember this video, I'll be like, damn, he's correct. So I just hope that I'm wrong, because if this is true, if this is how they're gonna keep it, because it looks like it, because we have some evidence, we have some video evidence. If this is how it's going to be, this is how they're gonna keep it, it's GG's. It's really bad. This is gonna be really bad, and you're gonna see like a lot more offense, a lot more randomness, a lot more anga bunga, because when people end their turn, the other person will be afraid of doing a quick tech. And remember, all what you need for the opponent to steal your drive meter or your drive meter reward is you taking 1 frame faster than him. 1 frame faster than him. That's all what it takes for the game to understand that the other person is defending and you are attacking, and he will get the reward. Isn't this a problem? You guys see this? You guys see this? Like, okay, there are counters, but you never know what the opponent is gonna do, and every single time this happens, it's a problem. So guys, what do you think about this? What do you guys think about this change? Are you guys enjoying? Are you guys gonna be enjoying this? I don't think that I will. I just hope that they see this. I don't know if it's too late. I think it's too late to make any kind of changes. Add more parameters, please, Capcom. Please, Capcom, don't make this mistake. Don't make a rookie mistake like this. You came up with a good idea, but then you're implementing it wrong. And if they implement it this way, I guarantee you there will be a lot of problems mid-game, and you don't even need to see it like in a tournament or whatever. You will see it, you will experience it yourself in almost every single match whenever you are in a situation like this, and there are many other situations. So you guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.